Hello, all you MBTI enthusiasts out there, and welcome to the first video that I'm doing like this where I talk about the personality types instead of just pretending to be them. This is the very first episode of only 2 episodes. I will be giving you my definitions of the cognitive functions. Well, not so much definitions as more of my conclusions based on reading and contemplating a lot about the cognitive functions. I will also be attempting to draw them out so that you could visualize how they would look like in a drawn out form. We are going to begin with SI, introverted sensing. I wanted to begin with this one because I think SI is a good starting point to then better understand all the others. SI, in 1 to 2 words, isolation or knowing. It is a system of isolating and separating that which is taken in by the senses. This function allows us to clearly understand what something is, a situation, an event, an action. This function focuses on details and the examination of those details. Another good way to put it is it's like a storage system, if you will, of knowing exactly what things are. In short, a system of isolation. Now let's see what that looks like.
I see introverted sensing as a grid system which retains and stores everything that is taken in by the senses. This includes things like information and data, which here will be represented by some numbers, knowledge in general, which here will be represented by a book, and events and life experiences, which add to understanding what life is and how to operate in it.
Next, let's move on to NI, or introverted intuition. NI is the opposite extreme of SI. Think of these traits as extremes of human behavior. No one's going to be what I just described about SI, that extreme. Our minds don't work like that. We use every single one of the traits. NI is a system of reconciling ideas, concepts, and what appears to us as contradictory or paradoxical. Whereas SI relies on sensory intake, NI tries to bypass that to know and to understand something without that process of sensory intake. This involves an inclination to exploration of all kinds of ideas and concepts, which is not something that's natural to SI. Whereas SI is a system of isolating information, NI is the opposite extreme, to reconcile and connect seemingly distant information. Because of this, NI is weak on seeing things as they clearly are, details, because it's always trying to go other places with that which is initially grasped or understood. So that is NI. I hope that all made sense. I found that I had a lot more to say about this trait than all the others, I think. But let's see how NI looks in comparison with what we just saw about SI.
NI is similar to SI, but instead of trying to understand clearly physical systems, it goes beyond that into ideas and concepts, how they are related, and how to connect everything.
Let's move on to some extroverted traits now. Now let's do SE, extroverted sensing. SE is the desire, ability, and inclination to interact and add to the physical world by use of the physical. SE desires to have new experiences. It seeks that because of the inclination to participate and contribute also to the physical world, and also because of the sensations new experiences, new things provide, because it is sensing after all, and it has to do with our 5 senses, the physical. So SE, in 1 to 2 words, I would say action and interaction.
The main goal of extroverted sensing is physical interaction and contribution. Hence the hammer, which will be my symbol of all physical creations. Also, engaging with people and the enjoyment of new experiences.
And now we come to the last trait which we'll look at today, NE, extroverted intuition. In one word, I think I would summarize NE as exploring. NE is the desire, ability, and inclination to interact with and add to the metaphysical world, the conceptual world, by use of creativity. This expresses itself in various forms of art, humor, wittiness, argumentation. NE dominants are good debaters. There's big overlap there with SE. Extroverted sensing also expresses itself in those ways. It's very similar, but it's still just more grounded on the physical and less of expressing itself creatively with like ideas and immaterial things.
NE is similar to SE in that it seeks new experiences, but unlike it, it does so in order to learn from them and to apply those ideas creatively later in life, which I think is the essence of this trait.
Well, anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you understood all that, and honestly, I hope I did too. Let me know what you think of this video, and also the cognitive functions, my conclusions, my explanations of them, if you agree or not. And I'll look forward to putting out the next video, the other half, the other traits. So thanks again, guys. I'm out.